Okay, I'm here. This is me. Just arrived at my doctor's office. It's just around the corner here. Gonna get a checkout on my arm, see how things are going, and let you know what he says. It's working pretty normal. It's working pretty great. I have just like one thing I can't do now. Everything else I can do. So I'm happy about that. Okay, that's it. Done at the doctor. That was like, I don't know, 20 minutes for me. Most of that was waiting. Seeing the doctor took about 30 seconds, I think. Maybe a little bit longer than that because we talked a little bit, but that's it. Don't have to go back to see my surgeon at all anymore. Arm is good. He's very happy with it. I'm all healed up. He gave me the go-ahead to pretty much do whatever I want. Just no going to the gym and lifting any heavy weights at the gym for another 4 to 6 months. I think I can survive with that. I think I can get by at a little bit at a time, but I will go to PT on Wednesday, see what they have to say there. I imagine they'll have some of the same things to say, but other than that, things are looking good. All right, I just got in the car to complete my thoughts because it is 109 degrees Fahrenheit outside. That's ridiculous. I almost can't handle it. I had to walk a little ways after work to my car, and I was gonna say I almost died, but that's a big exaggeration. But I got all sweaty and sticky and warm, and it sucks, but that's Arizona for you. We have that to look forward to for the next number of months. We won't hit cooler temperatures until probably October, so wish me luck on that. But other than that, as I was saying, I'm pretty much all healed up. I've got like a little bit of like tenderness in my arm and a little bit of tightness still, as I've mentioned before. That happens every once in a while. I still keep working on it. It gets better every day. I mentioned to him I still have problem touching my shoulder. So with my right arm touching my shoulder, it's a little tight, or there's some pressure in my elbow, or my crease of my elbow pit, whatever you want to call it, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. I've always called it the elbow pit. But there's some tightness there, and it's weird. If I put a finger or two in there and then I go to touch my my shoulder, it's a lot easier. So I think it's just still some healing, I guess, with that tendon holding it down or something. I don't know, but I'll keep working at it. So there's only like a couple of movements that I need to do, or that I do on a fairly often basis, that involve coming near my shoulder. So I've felt that a couple of times in the last couple days. Hopefully that'll go away soon. But I'll get to PT on Wednesday, bright and early on Wednesday. Get that checked out, get a plan of attack, see how things are going, and just move forward from there. So it's totally me again. Different day though. 2 days later. I'm here for my PT, physiotherapy. So how is it, physiotherapy or physical therapy? Or is that interchangeable? I don't know. I think maybe that's why everybody says PT now, because they can't figure it out. That's my theory anyways. But I am here. It is bright and early. It's like 15 minutes until my appointment. I need to go in and do some paperwork. They sent it all to me by email, but I don't own a printer that works. I've got one that's crappy that I guess I didn't pay a lot for it, but it just doesn't work anymore. So I'm gonna go here and, well, I am here. I'm gonna go fill out the paperwork. We'll find out what this is all about. I am not very disabled at the moment, but who knows, maybe they can do some things for me. And I don't know how much this is going to cost. I don't know how much my insurance is going to cover. They didn't mention anything when they called me, so we'll see how this goes, and that will dictate whether I come again or go again, whatever. Because I can't afford a lot of this. Well, instead of rambling, I'll just go in. Okay, I'm back. Same me, same car, different location. I'm stopping to get a coffee and some breakfast. But here's my exercises. I got like some paper with some exercises on them. That's my proof that I actually went. I was there for a little over an hour. I filled out some paperwork, had a chat with a physical therapist, and then she went through some like checking me out and stuff and taking some measurements. And I'm only about 3% off in my range of motion, right versus left. So I'm like really close to being all the way there. She was absolutely shocked at my progress so far, both in my healing and my range of motion and strength. She was expecting that at 8 weeks out and not being to physical therapy in any of that time, that I was going to have severe deficiencies and range of motion problems. And she thought we were gonna have like a lot of work to do. She was worried I was gonna have like permanent disability because it had been so long. As it turns out, I'm probably about 8 weeks ahead of schedule as far as recovery goes, and I'm only 9 weeks out from surgery, like 9 weeks tomorrow. I knew I was pretty sure I was ahead of schedule as far as recovery, but not that far ahead of schedule. And she said most people are in a brace. They show up like at PT in a brace and are in a brace for like 6 weeks or more. And as I said before, I guess I'm like really lucky that I didn't have to go through that, and I was able to just start working at it on my own. And she was shocked at my knowledge, both of the anatomy and injury and recovery and all of that stuff. So I guess it's good to do your research. Just make sure you do a varied amount of research from different sources. Don't just rely on one source. So the internet is good, but as long as you use it properly, don't use it improperly. So yeah, I've got some more appointments scheduled. We're just going to work on that little bit of range of motion that I have left to gain. I'm about 3% off my right side versus my left side. So that's cool, I guess. So just got to work on strengthening my shoulder and my tricep. Bicep will just take however long it takes. But the goal is to get my bicep and my tricep back up to where it was fairly quickly. So we worked on that today. She also massaged my forearm a bit, tried to break up some stuff, and she felt around in there. Found a little bit of like swelling, edema, or whatever you want to call it, in my wrist, my right wrist, which is where I've always felt that I had some issues. So we're gonna work on that and see how it goes. I think it's going awesome. So yay me. And oh, I've got some prescriptions ready. I'll go pick those up today. I think that's about it. I will update you maybe another couple weeks, a month, let you know how things are going with the recovery and the strengthening. But other than that, I'm cleared by my doctor and cleared by my physical therapist to do whatever I want, do any activities I want, whatever I'm comfortable with. Just go ahead and do it, except for heavy lifting. Don't do any heavy lifting, but I can pretty much lift as much as I'm comfortable lifting. So that's super cool. Super happy with that. I can exercise, I can go out and start new adventures and use my inline skates, and maybe I'll get another skateboard and do some skateboarding and get more physically active and all of that good stuff. So wrap this up. I'll see you later for more updates on my arm, and I will see you later for updates on everything else and videos on everything else and all kinds of good fun stuff. So keep tuning in. It'll be another 2 weeks to a month before you get an update on my arm, but you'll see other videos a lot sooner than that. All right, till then, peace and love, and go give somebody a hug.